Yeah, before we forget, let me just switch my arrow back to the lethal ones. Because the last thing I want to do is be forced to pull my bow on a charging wolf and end up with a fire-hardened arrow. That would kind of suck. Okay, so we're going to settle in for the long-ish trip back to camp office. If we didn't have so much stuff, I would say we should loot along the way, but we'll have to come back. There's a wolf. Yep, I wonder if we can avoid him. Probably not. Yep, I guess we cannot. Welcome back to the Long Dark, my friends. We're sitting in a cave in the ravine, so close to Mystery Lake that we can taste it. And yeah, last time we had a little bit of an interruption on our trip to Mystery Lake where we got attacked by a wolf, had to do a little bit of recovery, but we finally did make it almost there in the last episode. It is still nighttime or early morning, I would say. Well, I guess late night. We're not going to leave just now. It is 1 degree in the warm part of our cave. So it's still pretty cold out there and you can hear the wind going. So we are going to just take a quick look to see if there's anything we need to do. Alright, feels like 2 degrees, still pretty cold out there, but warm enough in here. Let's pull that up. Let's see. What have we got in terms of stuff? I thought we had somewhere some saplings, but maybe not. Okay, we're going to leave these here. We'll come back and get them at some point. And I think we're just going to grab some food and go. Eat breakfast. Eat second breakfast. I'm going to drop that little piece, and I'm going to take 2 bigger pieces. Just to tide us over while we're looking around Mystery Lake. Tear that down later. Alright, we are headed out. So, bigger picture, we are waiting for our wolf skins to cure back in Coastal Highway so that we can make the wolf skin coat and finally be warm in this wretched, cold environment. I don't know, wretched might be a little strong. It's pretty, it's beautiful, it's really nice, but it is cold. And so we need to be properly kitted out. And so, but while we're waiting, we thought we would take a look around Mystery Lake because we never really did fully explore it. And there's lots of stuff that we still need. We need a mag lens. We need a lantern. It'd be great to have a lantern. I can't believe that we don't have one yet. So that would be kind of awesome. And yeah, it's very cold. But, that's a stone. Thought that was coal. We will stop temporarily in the little trailers up ahead.
I need to drop something.
So we are a little stinky because we got a couple pieces of meat that we brought with us. But I think we'll be okay.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Alright, we're going to stop in here. Warm up just a little bit. See if we left anything useful here. Aquapure. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. Nothing down there. Yeah, nothing really. Alright, let's just warm up. How much cloth do we have? 10. That's good. Okay. We did search all this, right? Yeah, of course we did. Of course we did. Alright. Let's see what the weather's like now. Oh yeah, it's pretty nice. So I can't remember if we searched the dam. I don't remember. I can't even remember if we searched this other... I can't remember what we searched, honestly. I don't think we searched much. I think we went right to camp office. And then we searched around the lakes. Like, I don't think we probably didn't even look in here. I guess we can find out by checking a container. If there is a container, there we go. Yeah, we did look in here. Okay, we did look in here. So what did we and what did we not search? Okay, I'm pretty sure that we did not really search much, though. We just probably searched along the trail, and I think we took the lake trail. For example, I'm guessing we didn't search this. There's a battery in there. Okay, we got a little scrawled message here. What's that? New cave has opened up in Milton. To Milton. Alright, so that's a memento hint that this cave leads to another region. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have not yet searched the dam. So since it's really cold out right now, it's probably a good idea to go search in there. Well, there's another pry bar. And where were those guys circling over there? I think it's down there. So there's some sort of corpse or carcass or something down there. Alright, well, we'll worry about that later. Yeah, there's two. Okay. We'll figure that out when we get back out. Meantime, let's head in here and see what's what. Okay, well, we definitely haven't searched this before. So let's see if we can look around a little bit before we light our torch. And then we'll light a torch. Oops. Oh, look at that.
Could end up being useful.
A festive sweater. I think that might end up being useful. Let's check in here.
Might have to drop some gear.
Alright, we are going to drop a little bit of gear. Actually, let's take a look at this festive sweater first. So festive sweater is 0.3 kilograms. It's about the same as the thin wool sweater from a warmth perspective, but it's got much better wind resistance. I don't know that that matters. Because if I put it on here, you'll see that my warmth bonus and windproof bonus will not change. Why don't they change? They don't change because the only thing that really matters for wind resistance is the outer layer. So that's this. So if I take this off, you'll see the windproofing go down. So the festive sweater is kind of heavier than we need, but it's not any better. It's not that much heavier, but it is heavier, so I think we are going to keep the thin wool sweater. But we will keep that festive sweater. We'll just put it in here. We're going to put, because we probably are going to pick up a lot of stuff, we're going to just unload a few things that we're not likely to need while we're searching. And we'll pick them up on the way out. Like that heavy hammer, hatchet, flask. One of those pry bars, we'll take the other one. We'll need those torches. Probably won't need this cloth while we're here. Won't need all the matches. Won't need this coal. Or these sticks. So none of this stuff is going to be permanently in here. We're going to take it all when we leave the dam. So all we're going to do is, we won't need this flare. All we're doing is trying to lighten our load here so that we can carry more stuff without being overweight. All right. So, yeah, let's recycle that. And let's light this up. All right, and we'll look around. What did we miss in here? Nothing under there, nothing around there, nothing over here. Okay. All right, let's do it. I think I'm gonna go up first. So, anything in there? I don't see anything. There we go. There's our lantern.
That'll come in handy.
Excellent. Alright, nothing else in here. Let's head upstairs. Let's head downstairs first, actually. Downstairs. It's Christmas lights. I guess we could take those, but I'm going to leave them. And now let's head all the way upstairs. Check out the top floor first. See if there's anything useful here. Look at that. Frontier shooting guide. Can't really use it much, but I think we can burn it. Alright, let's see how much fuel this lantern has. Not much. Alright, I think we're going to keep 2 torches for now, since we've got one lit. Alright, there's quite a lot to search in this dam, so bear with me while I just give it the once over. Sometimes you find some good stuff. Last season we found an actual cured wolf pelt in the dam, which is pretty unusual. I'm going to grab this book.
There's got to be something useful in here.
Nope, just a book. Got to be something useful somewhere in here. So this one is a special locker during the Wintermute story. This is a quest item. But that doesn't mean there's anything in it here in Interloper. And just leave that. I do not need stacks of papers. We have Fire 3, so we don't need Tinder anymore. So that's kind of awesome. Alright, got that area here. We got a little workbench here. Nothing over here. Nothing more on there. Alright, let's head in here. You can't, these never have anything in them. We can't open them. They're just decorative. Love to take a Canadian flag. I don't know, once we get to real decor, we can come back for that stuff. A bunch of lying around books. Don't really need them. I will take this trophy, though, and this fish. Because those will be awesome in my base. Alright, almost done with the top floor here. Swap out that torch. Search the rest of this file cabinet. And then I guess we're done. Up here. Yep, we're done up here. For better or worse. Mostly for worse, we didn't really find much. Alright, so let's head down. We'll search the main entry floor. So we'll start over here.
I think I can use this.
More film. Be nice to find a camera. Nothing in there. Look at that. We got some simple tools. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing. It's been so long since I've played anything other than Interloper. I just wonder sometimes, like, how much stuff and how much loot is in here on the lower difficulties. There's got to be a lot, right? Because there's just so many containers and so much potential for tools and hammers and pry bars and stuff. I'd imagine there's a lot. I found when I was playing on the lower difficulties that my biggest problem was weight management. Just deciding what to ditch and what to keep, and I'm such a hoarder in this game. I really don't want to ditch anything. I think it comes from playing Interloper all the time, where pretty much everything can be useful.
Hope nobody needs this
Yeah,
anymore.
I actually did need one of those. More cloth. Alright, I know this is probably a little tedious for y'all, but that's the dam for you. I mean, you just gotta suffer through it. I'm gonna wait until I swap out my torch to do the save. There's not usually very much in here, but you gotta search it because every now and then there's that thing. Five. 50-ish. $48. 548. 548. 30-ish. Oops. Alright, so 32. 548. 32. What's in here?
This stuff
Look at that! I can't believe it. Exactly what we found last season. Cured wolf pelt. That is so weird. That is so weird. Like, I don't know, maybe I got the same loot table or something as last season. That's so weird. That has never, ever happened to me before, and then it happened twice in a row. That is pretty weird. Okay, well, I'm not complaining. I mean, we have 4 of them curing, so we have enough for the coat, but it's good to have an extra one so that we can repair it. Alright, let's head down. I can't believe that. Another wolf pelt. Unbelievable. Or is it a hide? Hide pelt. Same difference. Awesome. Alright, well, let's see what else we can find in here. This is the hardest room to search because there's just so many different directions you can go. I haven't really figured out the optimal route for this particular room yet. I guess coming down is better than going up on this one. Head up here, take a look. On lower difficulties, I think there's a knife here. The hunting knife sometimes. Alrighty. I wonder if anyone's ever come down here and just really broken down every single thing in here. Just cleaned it out completely. Feels like something to do on day 1000 or something. Alright, let's swap out our torch. So this is that room that had the wolf pelt in it. Can't get through here though. Alright, nothing over here. Nope, I thought I missed something for a sec. Okay, we're gonna go this way first. Cedar. Alright, and then we're gonna go back down this way where the stairs are broken. Nothing. Come around this way, see if there's anything in here. Nope, there might be something behind here, but I just don't really have the time or the patience. Uh-oh, kind of stuck. There we go. Alright, let's head down to the lower dam. Here's that rope. Here's the lower dam door. Alright, let's see what this guy's got. Nothing. Well, we did find a lantern, which is good because that is a piece of kit that we have been missing. Okay, didn't really look on this side yet. Whetstone.
This will come in handy.
That will come in handy. Alright, this is the door that leads out, and actually I might just go out there and search around that area too. I think I will. Can't get back in this way. Whoa, okay, that was maybe not such a good idea because it's a blizzard out here. Alright, well, we'll take a quick look around. See what we find. Some scrap. Sometimes there's stuff in these barrels. Sometimes there's a bedroll. Alright. Not much. A little more scrap. Okay, so I guess we'll head back inside and then come back around and we will have searched the whole dam at that point. Wow, yeah, long way down. Let's not fall. Alright, let's take a quick look around here before we get too cold, just to see what's what. Usually there is a critter. Yep, there's the critter. I think we'll leave him to a later date. Maybe when we're on the way back from between regions and we need some food.
Someplace to escape this cold.
Some cloth here. Nothing up here. We got a backpack with nothing in it. Got some reclaimed wood. And we will head back inside. There we go. Yeah, it's quite loud out there in the blizzard. So back inside, and I guess we should use our brand spanking new lantern. But let's actually refill it. Since we got some fuel on us as well. And let's light that up. Nice. Yeah, it's great to have a lantern, finally. Need the key. Chips.
Still eat this.
Yeah, I think you can. Chips don't really go too bad. You can leave that stack of papers where it is. Alright, what else have we got in here? Love the blowing snow coming in through that door. Anything in there? No. Microwave? Nope. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything else here. Alright, almost done with the dam, folks. Almost done with the dam. Thanks for bearing with me as we search this place. It's always a little bit of a slog. And there's often not much to show for it at the end. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it because hope springs eternal. You always think there's gonna be something useful in here. Whoops, my pry bar's broken. Alright, well, I guess I should have brought the bigger one. Pro tools. It's always good to have tools. Yeah, so I got a couple lockers that I won't be able to search now. I don't know. If I remember, I will... If I remember, I will search them next time I come through. If I don't remember, there's probably nothing in them anyway. Nothing down here. Alright, sometimes there's a torch around here somewhere. That would be helpful. But I don't see one today.
I'll be hungry later.
I'll take both of those because the toque only weighs the same as... Oh, look at that sewing kit. The toque weighs the same as cloth, so basically it's like cloth. And you know what? I am going to take this flag. Whoops. I thought I was just... exiting base customization mode, but in fact I was... turning off my lantern for some reason. Okay. Alright, almost done. Almost done. Alright, nothing over here. A big bag of nothing.
I would drink almost anything about now.
Well, it's a good thing you got a big bunch of water in your pack. That is a good thing. Don't forget the trash cans. I hear Astrid telling me, do not forget the trash cans. I told her that once. And now she reminds me. Okay, yeah, so we've already been in here. Already done this one. This is where we went out. So I think we now just need to head back upstairs. I guess we could come down and just, for completion's sake, check out those remaining locked lockers, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, we'll probably be back here again at some point. If we remember, we'll check it. And if we don't, no big loss. Alright, running out of fuel here, but we got plenty of fuel. We've got 2 jerry cans, so we got plenty of fuel in our 2 bases. So yeah, let's take a look at our haul and see what we got once we get back up to that locker where we left everything else. Still blizzarding out there. Alright, so we can turn this off now. And first of all, let's tear this down. You can harvest these. So if you ever need scrap, you can harvest these for 2 scrap. 30 minutes? It's blizzarding anyway, so let's drink some water first. We got a lot of water. Alright, let's do it. Tear that down. Getting a little bit hungry. We've only got 6 or 8, I can't quite read that, 8 strikes left in our fire striker. So it has served us well, but it's running low. Let's tear this down. I don't want to repair it, harvest it. Alright. Let's see, what did we get? We got some books. I don't think we really need those. Got some food, a little bit of food. We're going to save that for later. Actually, I'm just going to eat this. We'll save it. We got a whetstone. Not that whetstone, but a different whetstone. We have 2 tool boxes. We got some more camera film. Scrap metal. Wolf pelt. And some decor. So that's pretty much what we got. Alright, I'm going to take all this stuff.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Yeah, I know. It's heavy. But I'm going to take it back to my base. But not right this second, because... Oh, look at this. Something weird. I think this shelf turned into a different shelf. I think that's the problem. Alright, actually I'm going to go right now with all this heavy stuff. I'm going to head over to that trailer. Even though it's cold. I love the noises that this, like groaning, creaking metal noises that this makes. It's just crazy. Just gonna look in here and see if there's anything in here. I don't think there ever is, but you never know. Alright, so we will head back over to the trailer over here. Moving slowly. Partly because of the wind, partly because we're overweight. And I'm going to grab some of this meat, eat it. And we're going to head in here.
Can't feel my hands.
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, well, so We are socked in by a blizzard right now. I would love to just make it all the way to our base to drop off all this heavy stuff, but we cannot. So I think what we'll do is
This gear's starting to slow me down.
do a little warm-up. I think we don't need everything. Like, we don't need the books. So let's... These are heavy and we don't really need them. Doesn't help much, but helps a little. Alright, well, I guess we just need to either wait out the blizzard or stay the night here. So let's pass time a little. Sounds like the blizzard is stopping. Yeah, still pretty cold. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna stay the night. Yeah, we'll just stay the night. That'll just be easiest. So let's see if there's anything we need to do before we turn in. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything in particular. I don't think we're going to get a lot of sleep right now because we're not that tired, but drink some water and let's sleep for as long as we can. Probably be about 6 hours, maybe 7 hours. Got ourselves an aurora. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here to do during an aurora. Nope, nothing particular, no buffer memories. But let's take a look outside because it's always beautiful. Let's eat that so that we're not stinky. Yeah, so pretty. Welcome back to Mystery Lake. Let's take a look at the hydro dam. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, well, there could be wolves around, so I think we're going to head back inside. We are going to...
Too much stuff to carry.
Drink some water. And pass a little more time. Then we'll sleep a little bit, and then we'll see what the morning has in store. Alright, drink some water again. And how heavy are we now? 42 out of 35. Yeah, so we're heavy, but we're not, it's not unbearable. So let's see what's out here. Yeah, it's cold. Alright, but let's press on, because gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep exploring. Wish I wasn't walking into the wind, though. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Let's give it another little bit. It'd be nice if we had a book to read or something like that. See if the wind has died down. Yeah, way better. Alright. Let's get moving.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yeah, we're going to head down to our base and see what we can drop. But let's see what this is. Looks like a deer carcass. And there's something else down there, too. There's two down there. Let's go look. Let's go look. I know we're heavy and we should just get out of here, but let's go look. We're not going to mess with this deer. Oh, wow. I am going to grab those, though. We may as well grab the feather. Grab the reishi. I don't know, we might mess with the deer because we're going to need to warm up anyway. And we need to eat, so we may as well. 72. It's a good torch. Alright, what's down here? Looks like a person. Nothing on him. But I'll grab the feathers. Okay. And we'll grab some of these cattails as well. Never hurts to have some good travel food.
My fingers feel numb.
And then I guess what we're going to do is light up a fire right by that carcass. Cook up some of that deer. And yeah, we'll just grab the cattails on this side of the bridge. Just so that we know where we stopped. And we're running low on torches anyway, so we'll pull some more torches. Warm up our teas. Yeah, it's going to be good. Good to have a fire. Oh, ptarmigan.
Goddamn freezing.
Alright, well, that changes things a little. Alright, there's one. Oh, that one came too close. He saw me, he ran away. Alright. Okay, well, that was worth it. Getting one. We need to start collecting ptarmigan feathers so we can make some insulation, which is worth about 2 degrees of warmth. Kind of wish I had noticed that ptarmigan a little bit earlier. But anyway, no big deal.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yeah, I know, it's heavy. It's heavy. But we're going to come over here. We're going to cook up this ptarmigan. We're going to cook up this deer. We're going to get ourselves situated. That is how it's going to go. All right, let's do it. Alright, let's go. Okay, we are super heavy, and we are super stinky. Well, maybe not super stinky, but quite stinky.
Find some water.
Oh, yeah, we can drink water. Make us a little less heavy. Not going to drink all of it because I do want to save some water capacity in case we need to drink a tea. But yeah, this is going to be us walking to camp office with a bunch of stuff. Some of which is quite stinky. Almost certainly will be a wolf along the way. And so we're just going to have to deal with them. But it's not windy, so we do have torches. So we ought to be okay. We ought to be okay. You know what we should do, though? Yeah, before we forget, let me just switch my arrow back to the lethal ones. Because the last thing I want to do is be forced to pull my bow on a charging wolf and end up with a fire-hardened arrow. That would kind of suck. Okay, so we're going to settle in for the long-ish trip back to camp office. If we didn't have so much stuff, I would say we should loot along the way, but we'll have to come back. There's a wolf. Yep, I wonder if we can avoid him. Probably not. Yep, I guess we cannot. Alright, that other one, I don't know where he's going, but he's not coming after us. Yeah, we are going to have to deal with the wolves multiple times, I imagine. Actually, I'm just going to walk. Just going to keep walking. He can follow me if he wants. Doesn't bother me. Where are you exactly? There he is. Yeah. Yeah, so he's well behind me, so if nothing else, that'll prevent another wolf from tailing me. So we should be good all the way to camp office. Now with this dog on our tail, keeping the other dogs off. So yeah, alright. We are going to have to switch out our... Yeah, I think we are going to have to switch out our torch. So... may as well get rid of him while we do that. Alright, let's go. We probably could have switched that torch without scaring him off. And then we could have used him as a foil all the way back. But that's okay. We don't need to. We'll be fine. I don't know if we've stopped in the derailment. I can't remember what we've looked at Mystery Lake. But I'm pretty sure we didn't come this way. I'm pretty sure we came the other way. which means that we probably have not searched the derailment, and so we probably should. Even though we're heavy, we're almost there. May as well give it a once over. We're just going to ignore this. We're not hungry, really, and if we were, we could eat this ptarmigan, which I guess we should. Makes us a little less stinky. This is a bit of a choke point, though, so even if you're careful, you can still get surprised. So we just need to be a little bit careful. Alright, more tools. Nothing in there. This poor guy. I'm going to leave the gun book. It's unnecessary. Alright, final stretch here. Head back to Mystery Lake with our haul. And it is quite the haul. Of all the things that we didn't have that we wanted or needed. Lantern. Got a lantern. The only real thing left, I think, that we really, really want is mag lens. And I'm pretty sure we will find one in Mystery Lake. It's starting to snow. Hopefully the wind won't pick up until we get to our destination. Still pretty early. It's actually not too cold, so as long as the snow doesn't turn into a blizzard, I think we'll be fine. Probably I should knock on wood when I say stuff like that, because in this game, you know, you just never know. It can go from nice weather, great, no problems, to horrible in the space of no time flat. There are sometimes ptarmigans up here too, so that would be something to look for. Try not to scare them off if they're here. I'm gonna go in first anyway, because I want to drop off our stuff. Get light again. Too heavy. Too heavy.
Feel my feet.
Alright, here we come. Final stretch. Here we are. Almost there. You can do it, Will. You can do it.
Something's gotta go.
Alright, see, we got cured deer hide, cured gut. So we can drop our fresh gut and fresh deer hide. Green maple saplings, we'll drop those. All the cured stuff we'll put in here. I think this is our crafting cupboard. I'm going to put most of the scrap metal, but not all of it in there, because I am going to use some of it on, on the lantern. We're going to fix the lantern. So I don't remember. All right. Okay. So let's do a little bit of maintenance and we'll see you on the flip side. We're going to refuel our lantern. We're going to repair our lantern, do a little bit of maintenance. Alright, so we did a little bit of maintenance. We dropped off some of our heavy stuff here. What's in here? Oh yeah. We repaired our lantern to 100%. We repaired our hacksaw to 81%. Let's drop that as well. We don't need to carry that around. The good one at the front here. All right, so yeah, arrange that a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, I think we're in good shape here. We are going to spend the night here. It's almost night now. We're not super tired yet, but we are going to spend a little time tearing down the rest of this ptarmigan carcass, and then we will sleep and we will call it an episode. So let's just quickly do that. All right, we're gonna eat this before it gets too bad. We eat that too before it gets too bad. And we'll drink this, and then we will sleep. Probably get about 6 hours of sleep here. And drink. All right, let's do some pastime. And then we will sleep one more time and see what the morning brings. All right, friends. Well, here we are back in Mystery Lake. Thank you for joining us for the episode. If you liked it, please give us a like. If you want to know when the next one drops, subscribe. And if you have anything to say to us at all, we welcome the feedback. Give us a comment, and we will reply. And until next time, we will see you in the next episode.